And we're back with Thor. I don't know what sound I made last time when I introduced Thor. I think that was it. Close enough. It's like the beginning of a movie intro. I don't know what that is. That's the Lion Gates intro. I knew that. But anyway, let's get into it. Thor. So my last little video was kind of an unboxing of said Thor here. Yeah, okay. I've had only a few seconds to fiddle around with them just to kind of see what's up, but we're going to explore him together. That sounds anyway, but yeah, let's get into it. I've got a few other dudes back here for size comparison. Figma Thor, and then the other two SH Figuarts that I own, Cap and Hulk, obviously, and Thor. Hopefully my lighting's okay. I've been kind of farting around with it. It's kind of bright. It's really bright, but I think you can see hopefully pretty well. That's all beside the point. I ramble. Let's do this. I'm going to start with this cape. So in my little unboxing, I kind of mentioned how awful these capes are. That still stands. However, for well, maybe not even that, but for simple posing, I guess it's okay. It does the job. I mean, it looks like a red cape, but for anyone who likes to fiddle around with action figures, play with them, do more than just pose them on a shelf and leave them there for 6 months or whatever, this is a huge hindrance. It's not very fun. The action figures have to have a fun factor. It's just that's their purpose, is it not? I feel, I've said this in other videos, but if you want something that looks beautiful and stays that way, then great. Buy a statue of a figure. That's exactly what they're for. If you want something that's fun and it's fun to hold and play with and move around, then that's what action figures are for. And they shouldn't have kind of like the Terminator figure I went over. They shouldn't have stiff pieces that kind of hinder articulation and they don't have a nice hand to them. They don't feel very nice. They're not fun to have in your hand. It's a hindrance. It's annoying. It's an annoyance. That's what it is. His cape is an annoyance. Again, just standing there, sure, it looks okay, but I want more than that out of my action figure. So we'll take this off and we'll go over it. And I don't own the Injustice Superman or Batman, but I've seen reviews, and their capes are, I think, the exact same. Stand up, Thor, you can do it. His feet are a little wobbly. He's still new. He's learning how to stand. Balance yourself with your hammer, dude. Their capes are the same. First of all, they're hard plastic, which I don't think should be hardly anywhere on an action figure. They get away with it in certain places. I'll go over all this in more detail in a minute, but the heart of the plastic I don't like. I'm not a fan of real hard plastics on action figures, but I guess they have to be sturdy somewhere, somehow, right? His cape has articulation, so it's got these little bits that you can, connecting bits that you can take on and or take off or put on, that add for, I really don't know what they add. It's kind of, oops, hit my camera. They don't add a lot. So basically when he's standing there, you can push them all the way in and it looks just like, you know, one singular long drapey cape. Or you can swing these little wings out a bit to give his cape more body, so that when he's standing there, I guess it looks a little more dramatic, which is nice in all, but I think this could have been done just so much better. These little pieces, and you'll see other reviews about the Superman and Batman cape that do the exact same thing. When you go too far with it, you get these real unsightly gaps that look like a ghost floating around. It's silly. I guess this was the extent they were going for, from here to there, which is full body and a little more singular. But no thanks. Any day of the week, I would opt for a extremely pliable plastic or rubber cape, or, I know people don't like it, I love them, fabric capes. I think they're, sure, there's no retention to them usually unless there's some kind of wire mechanic in it, but you can't pose them very well. But again, I'm not all about posing something and sticking it on a shelf. I can go buy a statue for that.